What if we could teach a computer not just to make decisions, but to think like a human, to understand hesitation, intuition, and the little moments between a thought and an action? At Helmholtz Munich, scientists have done something that brings us closer than ever to that reality. They've built an AI named Centaur, a model trained on 10 million human decisions gathered from over 160 psychology experiments. But here's the fascinating part. Centaur doesn't just predict what choices people will make. It can also estimate how long it takes them to make those choices. In other words, this AI doesn't just mimic our answers, it mirrors our thinking process. Centaur is no ordinary artificial intelligence. Unlike most AIs that are trained to recognize patterns in text, speech, or images, Centaur has been trained to understand how humans think, react, and decide. It's built on data collected from real psychology experiments. Everything from how people weigh risks to how quickly they press a button when making a decision. Each of those 10 million data points represents a small window into human behavior. How we hesitate, how we choose between options, how our minds balance logic and emotion. By learning from all of this, Centaur becomes more than a prediction machine. It becomes a simulation of the human mind. Think about it. Most AIs can tell you what might happen, but Centaur can tell you why it happens and how long it takes for the human brain to decide. That's something no computer has done before at this level. So, how does Centaur actually work? Researchers at Helmholtz Munich combined principles from psychology, neuroscience, and artificial intelligence. They designed the model to take into account both decisions and reaction times, two elements that reveal not just outcomes, but the mental effort behind them. By feeding the AI millions of examples, Centaur learned to associate certain types of choices with patterns of hesitation, confidence, or uncertainty. Over time, it developed a kind of cognitive map, one that mirrors how humans process information under pressure. For instance, if a person takes longer to choose between two nearly equal options, Centaur can understand that delay as a sign of internal conflict, something psychologists spend years studying in human subjects. This means Centaur isn't just copying our decisions, it's learning our reasoning rhythm, the pace, pattern, and process of human thought. Now, you might be wondering, what's the point of building such an AI? The answer is simple yet profound. Centaur could transform how we understand and improve human decision-making. In healthcare, for example, it could help doctors predict how patients might respond to different treatments or medical advice, tailoring care to individual thought patterns. In policymaking, it could simulate how populations react to new laws or crises, helping leaders make more empathetic, data-driven decisions. And in mental health research, Centaur might one day help psychologists identify early signs of anxiety, impulsiveness, or cognitive decline by analyzing how a person makes even simple decisions. In short, Centaur is giving science a new lens to look inside the human mind, one that combines data, behavior, and reasoning in ways we've never seen before. What makes Centaur so remarkable is that it bridges the gap between artificial intelligence and human psychology. It's not about replacing human thought, it's about understanding it. This research marks a turning point in how we think about machines and minds. We're moving from AIs that analyze us to AIs that can actually empathize with how we think. It's a step toward a future where technology and psychology evolve together, helping humans make better, wiser, and more self-aware decisions. So, what do you think? Should we be excited or cautious about machines that can understand our minds this deeply? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed exploring how Centaur is redefining the future of artificial intelligence, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to stay updated with more stories about the intersection of science, mind, and machine.